So after that, we'll go to like the Geffen Magic Tournament. For a chance, this is another MVP card that we can sell. So the Geffen Magic Tournament, you can fight against a Fenrir. So Fenrir is one of the buddies, one of the party mates of Chaos and Iris and Loki and Lydia, and these are the characters from the manga, right? From the manhwa Ragnarok. So the Fenrir card, like the Pharaoh card, it actually sells for quite a bit. Yeah. So it's a good idea to like farm it. I don't know if it's daily though. I have the impression because I've only done it like yesterday. So let's try and see. So you go down here to the first level, and then you go to the north side of the map, the northeast side of the map. You talk to this guy. What if I got? Oh, what if I get disconnected? Right? That would suck. Okay, so are you ready to enter? So we're going to enter now. Okay, so what will happen is that you will get teleported to like use the device. Okay, so you will get teleported to a version of Geffen, right? So this is not the actual Geffen, because as you can see, this is 0EM1 at Geff. Okay, so that's not the actual name of the actual Geffen map. Okay, so let's walk towards the south side of the map where the Geffen Fountain is. Right, so you're gonna be teleported to this version of Geffen, and yeah, you can interact with these people. But yeah, the main thing here is, of course, the Fenrir card, but you can also get Geffen Magic Contest coins here. So the Geffen coins, you can exchange it with this lady over here, and then she will give you items like, yeah, shields, rings, and armors and stuff like that. If you haven't got your gear yet, but I have my level appropriate gear, so I don't need those. If you'll just give me a second, someone is calling me. Okay, so yeah, that was a friend. I had to answer the call. But yeah. Oh, I think we're going to have to register for the tournament first, right? So this is like register. So this is like Yu Yu Hakusho, if you know, or Law of Ueki, right? Or the Chunin exam, yeah. If you fail, you'll automatically be eliminated. Will you take the test? Yes. Okay, so you will kill this desert wolf, which is like their piss poor attempt at gauging your power. So you're gonna talk to the receptionist again, and then you enter your name. So you're going to have to enter your whole name. So if you got symbols or quite a long name, it's gonna be quite the task. So yeah. So after you register with the receptionist, you can go over here and the portal opens to the arena. And then this guy, who's like a Netorare antagonist, welcomes you, and he's like the master of the tournament, right? Okay. Oh, I'm lagging quite a bit. So the first opponent is a novice. Okay, and his name is Archie. It's the same every time. So I imagine you're not gonna have too much difficulty with this. As you can see, look at that. He's just like doing normal attacks and 20 damage. So I can just like one hit him with an Adoramus, and then he dies. Okay. My friends will laugh at me, and then he cries. And then he leaves. Okay, so I kind of actually feel bad for him. But this guy shows up, and then you get your victory bonus, and then go to uh round 2. So I wanna like play with them a little bit more, and like have a little bit of fun in the Geffen Magic arena, but I need to do this really very quickly because I don't know what will happen if I get disconnected inside during the tournament. So it's gonna waste my chance. It's gonna waste my chance of fighting Fenrir. So what you want to do is like do it really very quickly. Okay. So gonna wait for the conversation and then just kill them. Okay. It gets a lot harder at the second to the last and the last stage, right? Because the last stage is obviously Fenrir. He's really strong. And if you're not and if you're like if you don't have a way to recover yourself, you can talk to the medic, and this NPC at the middle will heal your wounds, right? So it gets really hard at the second to the last stage, where there's an alchemist that will summon homunculus against you, but his homunculus is actually custom, and it's really powerful. It's not the actual homunculus that you can summon as a player if you're a geneticist yourself, if you're like a biologist yourself. So you have to be careful with that, because it can really be dangerous for you, especially if you haven't got a lot of defense or magic defense, so to speak. Yeah, so that's second to the last, and obviously the last one is Fenrir, and yeah, you don't want him to like get near you, so you have to spam him with your skills and kill him while he's far away. I don't know what he does, but I'm not waiting to find out. I'm not gonna fuck around and find out. Yeah. So next up we have a Crusader, right? And then we're still going to one hit him with a Adoramus that hits for 3 million damage. That's quite the damage, right? I'm still lacking my Amazing Grace. Amazing Grace is an armor that's really very helpful for archbishops. So that's the thing. It costs 4 billion Zenny, which is why I don't have it yet. So once I get my hands on Amazing Grace, my damage, I'm gonna experience such a damage boost. There's gonna be a huge spike in our damage, in our DPS, in our damage output. So that's a good thing to have, Amazing Grace. We're gonna save up 4 million. So I do have items that I kind of want to sell. So maybe we can save up for that. Next up is a Lord Knight. This is a Rune Knight, a third job already. Okay, so what else? I kind of want to change this Ring of Adoramus of Archbishop into an Aqua Benedicta Ring of Adoramus, right? Because this thing increases your holy and water property damage by 20%, whereas the Magic Poison Sanare card increases your int by 2 and dex plus 1, max HP plus 10%, and your Adoramus and Judex damage by 10%. And it does give you the same effect. It becomes 20% if you combo it with Sanare card and Papilla Rupa card. But that would take the cards away from like my boots and stuff like that. It's gonna mess up my combo situation. So I'm not getting that. And I think the Sanare card is like slotted on the weapon, so I don't wanna change my weapon cards, basically. So that's the thing. 3.5 million damage, almost 4 million. Yeah, so that's an archbishop. That's another archbishop as well. So this is game 9. Is this game 9? Yeah, this is a wanderer. I think a third job. Or is it a Truvir? I'm not sure about the sprite. But it's the dancer class, okay? So it's an upgrade of the dancer class. Okay, so let's do round 10, I guess. So this is a professor, right? Third job of the sage class. Oh, I'm not one hitting him. Okay, so it takes 2 hits for me now. 2 Adoramos for me now. And then the next one, I believe, is like the geneticist. You passed game 11. Congratulations. And here are your coins. Time to move to group 12. Oh, it's another professor. Okay. My students are watching me, so I won't lose. And if you can see, there's a lot of NPCs watching. Right? And like Loki is there. I think Loki, this is Loki, right? Loki is a guillotine cross. And Chaos is there. Iris is there. And Lydia is there as well. Yeah. And these are a bunch of NPCs. And the king is even there. Look, it's King Tristan III, right? And his bodyguard that's sitting down. That's a priest from Racial. And all the others are kind of like generic NPCs, right? That you see in the game. So it's kind of interesting to see. Also over here. Yeah. So it's kind of like that thing you see in anime. It's a fun event. It's a fun bit of content. Oh, wow. So it's Fenrir now. So we didn't get to fight the guy that I was talking about, the geneticist that was summoning stuff. I think it changes a little bit each time you do it. But yeah. We want to kill Fenrir right away because I don't know what he does. And then he dies just like that. As you can see, once the MVP chat bubble animation emoticon goes out, you know the boss is dead. And we didn't get anything again. So we're hoping for a Fenrir card next time. Maybe we'll do it a couple more times by the next few days. But yeah, this is the person that I was talking about, right? Faye Canabian. We didn't get to fight her, so there's like but we got to fight D instead. So maybe the second to the last round changes. They rotate based on random, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, let's talk to the magic consultant and get our reward. And that's it. That's the magic Geffen. That's the Geffen Magic Tournament right there. Okay, so once you saved up enough coins, you can exchange them for equipment and over at this lady. Okay, so you can check the iRO wiki for which stuff you can get. A lot of information is actually on the iRO wiki. You can like check it out if you're planning to play the game. Okay, so yeah, that's it. And now we will proceed to leveling up. I will show you my leveling spot. Okay. For 100 before 180. Okay, so you get access to the dungeon at 175. So it's such a shame that I started streaming when I'm like already 180 when I'm already third job. But here's our roadmap. Okay, so What I will do is I'll try to create another priest and repeat the exact same steps that I did, but not exactly, because the early levels I used to party with people, and things like that are not feasible anymore. People are not partying up because they streamlined the game in such a way that each of the classes can now level up by themselves, right? Without any need for partying with a large group of people. Unlike back then, when I was a full support, I actually resetted the skills and the stats of this character just to change from a full support build into an Adoramus build, because there's no sense looking for party members anymore, because everyone kind of just like does their own thing now. Okay, so one important thing to note is that after exiting the Geffen Magic Tournament, you're supposed to talk to this NPC, Emmett, again, because the cooldown won't start until you talk to this guy again. Okay? Okay, so as you can see on the upper right, we have cooldowns, right? So the cooldowns are actually represented by quests. A quest event, right? So they actually do show up in your quest interface. So that's how the game is scripted, and that's how the game knows if you're eligible to enter in a daily dungeon again or not.